we were talking about like what can we do to help make the sound better and more, easy for everybody. So, and less obtrusive maybe, and so we were kind of talking about, well, what about like trying out those lapel mics? So we were looking on, they had like a great special for Black Friday. But we didn't end up pulling the trigger on it because I was like,
how much are they?
It's like you lose the feeling of the podcast when you get away from these kind of mics.
Yeah.
I feel like this thing's like right in my face.
It is.
Scooby-Doo-Biddy-Boo-Bop.
Google Schmertz or whatever.
Thank you for opening this for me, by the way. It was just sitting and spinning. I was like trying to unscrew it, and I'm like, I'm telling a story, and it's unscrewing. I'm like, I just want some.
Sit and spin.
Boom.
Oh God,
It's like a chainsaw.
and my mouth just exploded.
Oh.
In a good way or a bad way?
No, I don't know. That doesn't
Look,
look like
I'm gonna drink it, but I'm not gonna like it.
Are you going to do that every time you take a sip?
I might.
What is it? Margarita?
Is it sweet, tart?
Rancho La Gloria. I don't know.
Pronounced perfectly.
Ready to drink strawberry margarita wine
Rancho
cocktail.
La Gloria.
It's
I'm gonna
made
have it
with
my fajita.
Vegeta. Grassy ass. Yeah. It's got 13.9% alcohol per volume.
That's probably why it tastes
It's got like
that.
moonshine or something.
I know it smells like Kool-Aid.
Oh,
It does not taste like Kool-Aid.
It's like that pomegranate martini that guy made me at Cobb and Pin. It was just straight alcohol with a splash of pomegranate. It was nasty. I drank it.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Well, because you don't want it to go to waste.
No.
Especially when you're out and you buy alcohol
it's a
store and it's like
$13 drink.
Yeah, $38 for my little one drink cocktail. It's like, it's shitty, but I'm gonna drink
drinking
it.
I'm licking the glass for that.
And I'm going to like it too.
I'm licking
And
the
the
glass.
salt all around it.
High class. Pinkies up.
With your Vegeta drink.
My Vegeta. God,
my God.
it's like an after.
Like an aftertaste.
Look, there's 3 more in the fridge.
Oh, I'm going to try one just to
Yeah.
see what it's all about.
You can capture it on video. I won't be the only one making that face.
Oh,
you're
yeah.
having a
We
tick.
should totally get one.
We should.
Hey, producer Chris, can you grab us 2 of those, please?
We can like
Oh,
at the
yes.
same time drink and make faces.
Sorry, I was just going through my Rolodex.
Excuse me, Chris.
Drink more. Producer.
He's our cabana boy. Chris, I need a drink.
Look, he's got to open it for you because otherwise it just sits and spins.
Oh, thank
I
you.
remembered that when
That's a
Alex and I
wine
were talking
cocktail.
Before Terry the other day, he said he was in.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Do it.
Yeah.
I'll do it together.
Okay.
Oh, good God. It's like drinking hand soap.
It is a little like cleaner, isn't it?
It's like Lysol.
Somebody scrub my tongue, please. Where's the
Bubbles
toilet
coming out of my
brush?
mouth. Wow. It's
Okay.
It's not a thing I'll buy again.
Yeah.
We'll put it in that category.
That's a good
Rancho La
category.
Gloria.
It's like fake sweetener.
It is. But it's certified
Some
colors.
Clorox.
Certified. What color is it
I don't
certified to
know.
be? Watermelon?
Something.
No, I didn't get watermelon. This is strawberry. They
It's
had a watermelon.
It
Agave.
might have been better.
Maybe.
It's made in
There
Modesto.
was like 4 different flavors. Mm-hmm. There was like your traditional margarita, which is like just green. I don't know what, like, is that lime, lemon lime? Then there was this, and there was mango and watermelon. I think that's the ones I remember.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's made
But
in
maybe the
Modesto.
other ones are better. Like the cans, maybe the cans are better.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, you had one of the cans,
I'm
didn't you?
going to drink the can first. Dull my taste buds.
I'm sure my eyes are watering.
I know. It literally makes you do this every time you drink it.
Well, it's such a small spout too. Like I can't just down it because it's like gloop, gloop,
I'm a little-
gloop, gloop.
It's like Robitussin.
It does. It does do that. It is, yeah. It's all kinds of wrong. We cannot
You just
promote
did
this
the-
product.
I did. Drink it
Kathy's
hard.
enjoying
We're
liquor.
gonna drink it hard and fast, and then call it a day.
Oh, it gets
I
worse.
just
Oh, girl.
Took a big
Yeah,
glug,
if
glug,
you
glug.
did.
Y'all better not get drunk and make me do this whole thing by myself.
We might. We might.
You have all the questions, although they're printed big enough that I can read them from
That's
here.
why I
we
do
can
it
take
that
them
way.
from
I
here.
make
Yeah.
it like 18 so I can actually see it.
I love it.
Yeah,
Yes.
true.
So, you want to hear
Oh,
a funny
there he
story?
is.
Okay.
Oh,
Hi.
There we go.
Hey.
Hello,
Almost.
hello, everybody.
Hello.
Chris is getting you set
All right.
still on our monitor. There we
Okay.
There
go.
we go.
Perfect.
Can you only see me or everybody?
I don't know.
I can see the lovely lady in the blue sweater.
That's me,
Well, there you
Angela.
go. So that answers your question.
All right.
Okay, what?
It's
Feels
all
wrong.
you all
It feels
the time.
wrong.
Well, I mean,
We're just
we
gonna
don't
sit
record that part. Like we have our cameras, so.
All right. So, can I get introductions of everybody?
Yes. Chris, do you want to like turn the monitor a little bit so everybody gets in frame? So
That works.
nice.
Now we have some hands.
Hi.
That's
Yeah.
Kristen's hand.
So this is Kristen, and then
Hi, Kristen. I'm Drew.
It's great to meet you. You want to turn it
Yeah.
a little bit now back towards Angela,
If you could just do that anytime somebody's
Yeah,
talking.
yeah.
Every
I'm
time.
Angela.
and then
And keep
introduce
shifting.
No, it's on you.
I said I'm
introduce
Angela.
Oh, okay. And then turn it again so he can see Kathy
Hi, Kathy.
How are you?
and Chris's head.
How's it going?
Hey, really good. Really, really good. Thank you so much for having me. This is awesome.
Oh,
Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thank you so much for wanting to be a part of our craziness that we got going on. We very much appreciate that.
Where are y'all located?
We're in Lakeland, Florida.
Okay,
Yeah.
that works.
So we're kind of in between
Where
Tampa
at?
and Lakeland, in between Tampa and Orlando.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think I did a show in Lakeland.
Oh, really?
I was on the national tour of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and we did a lot of stops in Florida.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
That's what our kids are doing right now, the junior version.
Yes.
Ah, cool.
Yes, very cool. So you probably came to the RP Funding Center, I would guess. That's what's in Lakeland.
You know what? I am the worst source of where I was because it was all one-nighters.
Oh my
and so
gosh.
like everything just kind of like blended together.
That makes sense.
Yeah. How many tours have you done?
I've done that tour 3 times.
Okay.
So each tour was only 7 weeks, and it was about 40 stops over 7 weeks. So it was just like show, hotel, show, hotel, show, hotel. There are a few places that stood out to me because we had like 2 or 3 days. Not Bentonville. What's the place by Bentonville? Fayetteville, Arkansas.
Oh,
Boy,
okay,
did I
yeah.
fall in love with Fayetteville, Arkansas.
Really?
Loved it. Oh my gosh, yeah. If I ever, it's like a Hallmark movie. Like I could totally see myself like leaving my big corporate lawyer job and falling in love with a guy who runs a hardware store or something down there. Like it was just great.
You help him put up his Christmas tree, and before you know it,
True love.
it's all jingles.
Blossoms in Fayetteville.
Yeah. My aunt lives in Fayetteville, North Carolina, though. I didn't realize there were numerous Fayettevilles.
Yeah, you know what? Fayetteville, North Carolina. My mother and my sister spent a good chunk of time there on a trip to the Outer Banks, and they loved Fayetteville out there too.
Yeah, it's a very military town, so lots of transient situations. But I mean, North Carolina is gorgeous, right? So, and it's great because
Yeah,
it's right
yeah,
off
it really
95, so you know it's really easy to get off and see the sights and do things from there. So
Yeah.
So when you
So-
did your Rudolph, sorry, I just talked right
No,
over
no.
you. When you did your
Go ahead.
Rudolph, was it adults and kids, or how did that go for you guys?
No, it was only an adult.
Okay.
So the you had to be 18 to be in the cast. So our
Gotcha.
youngest performer was 18.
Okay.
It's funny. If you know a lady named Donna Vivino, she was one of the Elphabas, and she's a very famous cabaret singer. Her younger sister, Antonia Vivino, was our youngest performer on the tour. So it was a cast of maybe 20, mostly out of Southern California, because that's where the production rehearsal was. Boy, what a trip, man! It was great. I did I did it 3 times. The first 2 times were because like I just wanted to do a show, and the last time like I was kind of getting busy with this stuff, with the college audition stuff. But we had a Dungeons and Dragons game going from the previous 2 tours, and I was like, I can't miss the D&D game. I gotta finish this campaign. I gotta go back on tour.
That's a long campaign.
Yeah, it is. 3-year campaign.
Yeah.
That's good.
3-year campaign. Yeah, it's great.
Wow.
Oh, that's awesome.
So you're in California right now.
It's funny. I live in New York City, but I'm in California right now because I'm on a contract doing a show in Northern California.
Wow. So you keep pretty busy with a full-time,
I
couple full-time
do.
jobs.
So the College Audition Pro is my full-time job, but as a creative artist, if I don't do a show at least a couple times a year, I just go cuckoo bananas. So I try and do at least like one big summer musical and then like one holiday show.
Got it. We understand that because our kids have depression. Anytime they're like in between shows, they get
It's
very
not just
sad.
The kids, it's us
yeah, we do
too.
too.
Like,
Yeah, we do.
whenever we're not doing something, you just feel like there's a hole in your life. So you got to get out there and do it. Even if we're not on stage, we still have that like adrenaline rush being backstage for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's addictive. I mean, we'll
Totally.
just put that
Of
out
course. Yeah. So how are your kids in college right now?
No,
Or are they
no,
in high
no.
school?
They're not even that far. I have a daughter that's in high school now but she's not theater. She plays tuba. And she's graduating in 2024. And then my youngest is the theater nerd, and she's just about to go into high school. She's auditioning for the high school here that is all fine arts.
Oh, good. Oh, good. I'm crossing my fingers for her. That'd
Thank
be
you.
awesome.
Yeah.
And I have a 10th grader there at the Performing Arts School. It's called Harrison, in the musical
cool.
theater department. That's awesome.
Nice ringtone.
Nice, very nice. And then my other one is in 7th grade, and we'll hope to go there at one point. Then
7th grade, you said?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yep. And then my daughter, Gabby, I have 2 children. My son, Max, is 12, but he likes to do backstage stuff. He does lights and
Yeah.
things like that. But my daughter, Gabby, is the one that really likes to be on stage and does her whole life is theater. But she's only 10, so she's got some time.
Yeah.
She has some time. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
we
it'll
did-
be here before we know
I
it.
know.
I know these ladies.
And we have
keep
a lot of
reminding me
friends
that.
getting ready to go through this process. And a couple weeks ago, we had one of our friends come on and talk. She's helping her daughter go through the process now. She's a junior. So it's going to be great to hear your perspective and what you have to offer that I can't even imagine how helpful it would be for children.
Yes.
Yeah.
So thank you so
Yeah.
much for agreeing
Hopefully
to
I
come
can be
on.
of some help today.
Yeah. And so this podcast is perfect to come right after Kat's, because Kat's talked about Autumn's whole journey and everything she's doing with the screening processes. So that's where they're at right now. They're getting
cool.
ready to travel to do, oh gosh, what did she call them when they're grouped together and there's a bunch of schools that show up together?
The Unifieds.
Yes.
that's
Thank
the
you.
word.
Yeah. So she's getting ready. She already has tickets for Chicago, and there's one here in
Yeah.
Tampa. So they're doing that. And I think she mentioned like February, March-ish will be the time where they'll find out about the screenings, and then how she does, of course, I think May, right, is commitment.
I believe so.
Yeah. So then they'll start to get their offers coming in, and then they'll figure out what they want to do money wise. And so, yeah, so having you on is a perfect
Segue.
plan. Yeah. Thank you. Segue.
Yeah, the timing is great.
Yes. So thank you.
And just
Oh, awesome. Opa. All right. Let's do this.
we are, just so you know, we are complete amateurs. We know nothing. But our goal is to help other parents get their children involved successfully, and whatever tricks
Great.
and tips along the way that we can offer that we've learned or that other people like you can help out with. So,
Oh, great. Yeah. I'm sure that you'll also have a lot of moms who have done this before who will be able to contribute in the comments on your Instagram and your YouTube videos and stuff to say, oh yeah, I know exactly what Drew is talking about. Here's what helped me and my kid.
So, want to get rolling?
Yeah, let's
All
do
right.
it.
All right. Here we go.
Welcome to the Drama Mamas. I'm Angela.
I'm Kathy.
I'm Kristen.
And today we have with us
Oh, Drew Boudreaux from College Audition Pros.
Sorry. We're on a slight little sound time lapse. Sorry
Yeah.
about that. And I'm pointing and you can't see me. So thank you so much for coming on, Drew. I was doing a little research on you and then I got really overwhelmed because you have an incredible resume of things you have done. So I started writing things down. I'm like, why am I doing this? You could just tell us about yourself. So give us a little background about who you are, what you've done, and why you're here today.
Yeah, sure. So I am from originally Orange County, California. I grew up in the city of Orange. And I went to El Modena High School, which in the 90s had just a killer theater program. So I was all theater all the time. Musical theater and improv were my two jams growing up. And then I went to college at a place called Stony Brook University. And it's about halfway down Long Island. And it used to have a pretty good theater program. I went for a general theater degree. That would be like a BA, non-audition. You get to do acting, directing, playwriting, dramaturgy, light, sound, welding, the whole shebang. So it's not like a pre-professional training program. It's an all-around general theater program. I graduated from college and I came out as a stage manager. I went in as an actor, came out as a stage manager because I got assigned, when you're in college for theater, you have to do some tech stuff. You can't just do performing. So like one semester you have to be the head electrician, next semester you have to be like the person on lights, and then you can do your shows. So I got to be stage manager one semester and I really, really liked it. And I was like, oh, I like this process. That this isn't like eating the cookie is fun, but baking the cookie is a lot more rewarding. And so
That's great.
I said I think I want to do this for a living. And so I came out of college as a stage manager and I went to work at the Walt Disney Company in California on the Aladdin show at California Adventure. But I realized once I started there that actually, no, I really do want to be a performer. And I think I took the stage management gig because it was an easier gig. There are fewer stage managers out there. It's better money, it's more consistent, and it's safer too, emotionally. I don't have to put myself out there. I don't have to walk into an audition room and have people judge me. But I found that I was really unhappy being around all these people who were living my dream. And I was like, oh gosh, this is worse than just not being around it at all. And so I decided to jump onto Disney Cruise Line thinking, oh, if I change where I am, my feelings will go away. Spoiler, it didn't work that way. And I'm on the ship and, it was just as bad watching people living my dream as I am doing the admin part of it. And on Disney Cruise Line, for those of you who have ever been on a Disney ship, all the live shows are very, very thin plot to get from one hit song to the next hit song. Because people want to hear Part of Your World, they want to hear Be a Man from Mulan. Blah, blah,
Makes
blah.
sense.
And so this show, the plot was about a stage manager character who's trying to hold this show together, but all she really wants to do is be a performer, but she's too afraid. Oh my gosh. And so at the end of the show, the last act can't make it, and she goes on instead, and she's brilliant, and she lives her dream, and confetti falls from the ceiling, and I'm in the back at the end of every show with this tear just rolling down my face, and I have to suck back into my eyeball and be like, keep it together. Until, one day I just couldn't take it anymore. It was either lose my mind or quit. And so I took my headset off and I walked in my boss's office and I said, hey, the next American port that we get to, I'm getting off the boat. I got to do what I got to do. And he was like, yeah, go for it. And I got back to Los Angeles and I opened up a paper copy of Backstage back in the day. And there was a casting notice for Oklahoma at a regional theater in California. And I hadn't auditioned in 10, 12 years. And I was like, what the heck? And I sent in my tape. And about a day later, they called me and said, we open in 2 weeks. Can you be here tomorrow?
Holy
That's
crap.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's when I knew the hand of God, the universe at work was like, yes, this is the right choice. You are doing the thing that you should be doing. And I've been a performer ever since as my job, doing a lot of improv comedy, doing improv comedy for corporations and colleges, tours, boats, musical theater everywhere. And then I started teaching at OSHA, which is the Orange County School of the Arts in Santa Ana. It's where Matt Morrison went, Krista Rodriguez, Lindsay Mendez. And I started teaching there. And then I was like, you know what? I had a pretty crummy college audition experience myself as a student. It's partially the reason that I ended up at a pre-professional training program, because I just didn't know what I was doing, and my mentor was of no help. He was of opposite help. I bet there are people who could use some guidance with this. And so that's when I started CAP, and we've had a 98% success rate with our students in terms of getting them into one of their top schools. And I think more than anything, we've saved parents a lot of anxiety and a lot of emotional distress through the process. When parents talk about their kids being their heart walking around outside of their body, and when you want to be able to help them desperately and you don't know how, it's such a debilitating feeling. And so, we have such a high success rate, but also such a consistent track record with making parents feel like I helped do the thing. I helped my kid achieve their dream.
Yeah, and for those of
So
you
that's
don't-
me.
Yeah, well, amazing. I'm like a little bit starstruck here. But
Yeah, for real.
CAP stands for College Audition Pros, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So how long have you been doing that? How many years?
I founded the company in 2015.
Okay. And so walk us through, you are helping parents and children navigate the whole college audition process and
That's right.
Okay. Can you kind of walk us through how
So-
that all starts?
Yeah. So let's say that Angela is helping Kathy.
Yes.
Yes.
That's
That's me. You got it. You got it.
So
I know how
So
hard
Angela
names
is
are.
helping
Yes.
Kathy get into college. So first you
proud of
have
you.
all the academic hoopla that you got to do, that every student has to do. If you're going into journalism or business or nursing, you got to do all the applications. That's probably 7 or 8 schools if you're a typical college applicant. Well, I want to go to the school in my hometown. If not, I want to go to the school that's like close to my industry or the one that's cheapest. Like, it's a pretty direct process if you're not going for a specialization. But then you also have the layer on top of that. This is like a nightmare of a tiramisu. Normally, it's all layers that are lovely, but for this process, it's like, and I got to do this, and I got to do this, and I got to do this. So Angela also, if Angela is not a drama mama and she's just like a regular mama, she's like, what do I do? What on earth do I do to help my kid? So I help students and parents find their schools to begin with. There's about 300 schools that have a musical theater or acting BFA. Well, we're certainly not applying to 300 schools, and of those, how many are actually right for Kathy? If Kathy wants an LGBT safe school versus like a religious school versus one with a campus versus one that's in the city. There's all of these things that you got to sift through to make sure that your 4 years are really satisfying for you, and that you're not just following the trends in either Facebook groups or like U.S. News and World Reports or Variety magazine. Like, you have to be informed. It's on you, parents, to be that proactive guide for your kid. So we help them find about 20 schools that are right for them. And already off the bat, that is so much stress that just melts away from a parent because they go, at least I know that we're going in the right direction, right?
Yes.
And we'll help them find their audition material. Some kids go to schools of fine arts, so they already have like monologues and songs and stuff. But a lot of kids just know they love it, and they do a lot of shows at their community theater, but they don't have monologue, they don't have songs. So we help them find all that. And then on the back end for parents, we do a lot of the organizational stuff that, again, takes a lot of the unappetizing stuff off their plate. Things like, well, how do I know when everything's due? How do I know how to film these pre-screen videos? How do I know if I have to go to Unifieds? How our job is to help them keep organized and not spend money they don't have to have, and not spend money and not spend energy they don't have to spend either. We'll do all the coaching for them over the course of the summer. We'll film their pre-screen videos for them. So when I was applying to college, you just walked to NYU and you went, hello, I'm Drew. I want to audition for this school. And they went, okay. But with the advent of the internet, accessibility has become so much greater. So now schools have to have these things called pre-screens, where you submit a video to be considered to audition in person. Since these are the first impressions that these schools are going to get, we really take it very, very seriously. You know, a kid's future is hanging in the balance. So we do all the filming ourselves. We come to their town. We do it on site, coach and film and edit and upload. So again, the parent doesn't feel like they're getting in the way because maybe they're not tech savvy. Instead, they're giving it all to someone who can make their child's process flow really smoothly. And we're also big advocates of balance. So this, there's already so much pressure around this, right? Your mom and dad are breathing down your neck. Are you hitting all these deadlines? You're stressed out already because you're like, this is the fate of my future. We don't want to add to that. Instead, we add a lot of like the butter and cream that goes into the flour, right? You've already got the flour and the salt and the sugar. You got the dry stuff. We want to add the wet stuff and just like even it out. So like we don't take ourselves very seriously, but we take our job very seriously. We want to make sure that you know it's okay to take breaks. It's okay to take vacations. It's okay to tell me I don't want to work today because I'm stressed. All right, great. And we will hold those deadlines for you. And also when you get overwhelmed and you have self-doubt, we will hold that faith for you because you can't hold it for yourself right now. And that's going to be okay. We also travel with students to those things that you were talking about before, the Unifieds, where 50 schools are there at once. And oh my gosh, I'm in a maze. Where do I go? Who do I talk to? Yeah. So we help our students navigate all that stuff as well. And then we sort of serve as like you're on like Batman on you remember how on the old TV show, Commissioner Gordon could just pick up the red phone and it would dial Batman. Yeah. That's kind of what we do after auditions, and all the way up until you decide on your school. Because your life changes daily, drastically, depending on who takes you off the wait list and who says, oh, actually, we can match this offer this other school gave you. And now you're like, oh, wait a minute. Now I have two final choices. And so we just field a lot of phone calls. We play psychotherapist. We play coach. We play kind of everything that a family needs us to do until you really happily decide on a school.
Oh my gosh, my head is spinning.
I don't even know what people did before you guys existed then.
Yeah.
So when we just did our episode with Kat, like we jokingly were like, is there somebody we can hire to do this? Apparently there is.
Yeah.
So this is fantastic. You're like a momager all put in one.
Sort of, yeah. Mom and dad.
Well, and I'm just thinking,
oh my God.
You not only are you helping them get into a college, but you're helping parent-child relations, because I'm thinking of all the hardship that goes into helping your child, and if you're making bad decisions or the stress, you've got a deadline, you have to do this, and you're just taking that away from the families and just helping relationships on top of everything else.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Absolutely. When you're in high tense situations, like it can be easy to forget gratitude and love when you've got these deadlines and you've got these high stakes. So one of the things that we talk about in our workshops is not just open communication about what you need, but open communication about gratitude and thanks from child to parent and parent to child. When you're putting up the Christmas lights and putting up the tree and you're baking the turkey and you're baking the ham, doing mashed potatoes, patience wears thin. And so you can forget that, like, oh, we're doing this because we love each other. And so it's the same thing with this process. It's really important for kids to say thanks to their parents, even if their parents don't really know what they're doing, and maybe they're not even that helpful. But if your parents try and they fall on their face, know that they're trying because they love you and they believe in you.
Right.
And also for kids, believe it or not, this is the hardest thing that a child will do until they plan a wedding or buy a house. This is the hardest thing that they have done up till now in their life. So it's really important that parents recognize that, honor that, and tell them, hey, you're doing a really difficult thing, and I'm very proud of you for how difficult this is, and you're doing very well. Sometimes kids just need to hear that, and parents need to hear the same thing.
Absolutely. 'Cause
Yeah.
it sets the tone for the rest of their life. Depending on
it
what school they get into,
Yeah.
it kind of sets the tone, the
Yeah.
course for everything.
I think one of the most wonderful things that you're bringing to the table here is that, yes, it's the obvious, organizational, making sure everything's where it needs to be, helping the child, but you're taking that key piece of emotion out of the process, right? Because you guys are more of an unbiased third party that can really help direct and not get involved emotionally with these really, really important decisions. With, yes, you have to have a sense, you have to feel in your heart that this is the right place for you to be.
Yeah.
But there's also those outside intrinsic factors that you guys are able to put on the table and say, well, hold on a second. I know that you really think this campus is really, really pretty, but this school might offer you something a little bit better or might hit one of your other marks. So I think that that's a great thing, a quality that you guys are bringing,
No,
to
thank
help.
you.
Yeah.
I like to think so. That's one of the things that I pride myself on is students and parents are awash in the advertising that dollars have bought a lot of schools, but just a few schools that have their name out there. Everyone knows Michigan and Carnegie Mellon and NYU and Juilliard. And so you can begin to think, well, those are the only schools that I could really go to if I want to make it. And then all of a sudden you have parents and students who are freaking out because they've internalized that. Oh, shoot, if I don't go to these schools, I won't be on Broadway. If my child doesn't go to this school, they won't be on Broadway. So my job is to say, well, did you know there's actually a school out there that produces Broadway caliber training, and it's in your state, and you get in-state tuition, and it has a great focus on mental health? And they go, I'd never even heard of this school. So part of our job is to reveal and uncover incredible opportunities that can lower the stress, like you said, and the anxiety and the pressure that parents put on themselves.
Is it about like a 9-month process from start to finish, or how does that work?
In an ideal world, it's about 14 months.
Wow.
So I like to have students and parents come to me in February, March of junior year, and we wrap up usually around the middle of May.
Wow.
Now there are, I will say that typically the way that the cyclical season works is we have the early birds start in November, December, like right now of junior year. And then some folks sign up in spring, and then a lot of folks sign up in August because they know their student is talented and they know how to do the Common App. That's fine. They had an older sibling who went to school, but it's not until they look at the additional requirements they go, I didn't know about this part. And then we really double down and we get them all in line to have their pre-screen still turned in by October.
Goodness, that's a long time to be
It is
working.
a long
That
time.
is.
14 months. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm starting to freak
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're in 7th grade. I got to start now.
Well,
So
Well, you
we
know what?
will be your early birds. So it will be November of junior year.
yeah.
Well, I take a lot of my practice comes from feedback from parents. When I started, I just knew that I was an acting coach and I knew that I could help kids. Over the years, everything that has improved from my business has improved because I've gotten feedback from parents who have said, boy, I wish I could have someone who helped me with X. Or after they finish the process, they go, I wish I could have ... And that's one of the reasons we start so early is because parents would tell us, if you only start when it's time to start, you're too late. So they say, I had parents who started in May, and they said, boy, I wish we would have started in February. It would have made the summer so much easier for us. We could have taken that vacation. We could have had time off. We da 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 da. So we space it out into 14 months so that it's never really a high pressure situation.
Right. You've got like buffer time in between deadlines.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's nice.
Right.
Yeah. Slack time, because you're probably going to need it at some point.
Well, and I was watching one of your videos, and one of the things I loved you said was, okay, your pre-screens are in, and now take a break until Thanksgiving's over. Because you're going to get sick of what you're doing. And I was like, oh my gosh, we've been there where we have a song that we use for a lot of different things. And if I ever hear that song again, I'm going to, my ears are going to bleed. So I love that you said that. Like, it's
Absolutely.
okay. You do this part and then give yourself a little rest and recharge. So I found that very interesting.
Oh, it's so important. Even if it's something that you love, if you do it too much, you can get sick of it. Like, if you love peanut butter sandwiches, but then you have it for 3 weeks straight, you're going to hate peanut butter sandwiches.
Right.
And so the same goes for your monologue and your song. So after we're done with pre-screens, you have spent 9 months preparing for these things. Time to take a breather. Go to homecoming. Do your fall show. And eat some turkey and then fall asleep for 4 days. Just let's not see each other for a while so that you can recharge and not get burnt out. And for a theater kid, we tend to be, a lot of us tend to be ADHD, me included, and we tend to be really results driven. Like work it. But you can polish something so much that the shine comes off. And so we don't want to do that. And that's why it's so important to take breaks.
Yeah, we're seeing a little bit of that right now with Pinky as she's prepping for her auditions to get into the high school I was telling you about. And she's already done, so she did this song and it was also for districts. So she could kind of use it twofold. And that's a great thing. So she's not having to focus on too much blocking or too many, pieces of, song or whatever to memorize. But so we're here. She's done districts. She, in January, she's going to go on to state and at the same time be auditioning for Harrison.
With the same song.
With the same song and the same blocking, the same performance of that piece.
Yeah.
And she's already at the point now where she's like, I really wish I could do something different. And it's like, no, you're locked in now. Like, this is it.
You gotta ride it out, girl.
You can't change it now. You got to stay committed.
Yeah, exactly.
I like what you said, the
Boy,
shine
yeah,
rubs off.
Yeah.
That's the real danger of being so married to a piece. And it's one of the reasons that we don't do material selection. We don't do that in February or March. Because then you're stuck with it for 14 months. You don't want to be doing the same song and monologue for over a year straight. So we put that off for a while. You can learn a song or a monologue in a couple weeks. So that's not something that we have to have, ready to go, 14 months before you audition for it. So it makes you wonder how Broadway performers do it.
Yes.
8 shows a week for several years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time I see one, I think, oh my gosh, I couldn't do that.
They must hate that music by the time. Like, not
We're
even
so
by the time
excited.
they're done,
They're like, oh my
a year in, they're like, just shoot me now.
Yeah.
Switch this up a little bit. Can I swap?
So how many students, say in a year, are you working with? I think you have about, 8 or 10 on your staff?
So we last year this cycle we have about 30, and we anticipate next year it's going to be closer to 50. But they're not all working with me. I have a team of coaches so that a student is never competing with their peers for attention from us. So we've got 3 or 4 additional coaches on top of myself, and then we have a team of office admins to help keep everything straight as well.
Nice.
And so when they first come in, is it like you meet in person and you kind of do like an audition basically? Like, let me hear your voice, let me see you act, let me kind of get a gauge of who you are and where you are? How does that work?
So 99% of what we do is over Zoom because I'm based in New York, students are based all over the country, and also teenager schedules, in case you weren't aware, are absolutely insane. So it doesn't make sense for us to work in person anyway, because they'll be like, I have exactly from 3:07 to 3:48 today on my break. I'm like, well, I'm not driving to your school and you're not coming to New York City, so let's work online. I don't do auditions. I don't do an audition requirement to work with me. And the reason is college auditions is so much less about talent than it is about dedication and organization. I do like seeing a sample of someone's
Can you
work.
say that again, Drew?
Because
that was an awesome bite. Can you
Yeah.
just say that again? Because I love it.
Absolutely. College
Yeah.
auditions is less about talent and more about dedication and organization.
Okay. That's awesome.
Just as a microcosm of that, I had a student one time who already had done work on Broadway at 16, 17. Mm-hmm. And I had another student who had only done show choir, never done a play or a musical before in their life. And Broadway student, very talented and also very sweet, was like, nah, I'm only going to apply to these 4 or 5 schools. And I was like, I think you should do this, and I think you should do this, and I think you should do this. And they're like, nah. And show choir kid was like, hey, I'm a sponge. You tell me to jump, and I'm going to ask how high. And Broadway kid didn't get into any of their schools. Broadway. Wow. And show choir kid got into almost all their schools.
Wow.
Because show choir kid was like, yeah, I've never done a monologue, but I am really interested in learning, and I'm going to work really hard at it. And they show up with that eagerness and that dedication, and it translates in the room as well.
Yeah.
So typically about how many schools do your students apply to, like an average?
So typically in the first round, it comes out to about 18, 19. My basement is 12. We cannot apply for fewer than 12. And I put the cap at around 20 because at that point you may not have the mental bandwidth to be able to give your full attention to all of them. But then once you get to Unified, by then you've a lot of schools have said no to your pre-screen, so you're down to like, maybe 9 or 10, and then we can do a bunch of walk-in auditions where I'll guide students into schools that are going to be there at the Unifieds that maybe they haven't auditioned for or even applied to academically, and I can say, hello, Fordham, this is Jake. Jake, meet Fordham. Go on in. And then they'll add sometimes 9 or 10 schools that weekend on the fly.
Oh, I didn't
wow.
realize you could do that.
That's an amazing service that you're able to give that personalized attention and almost be
It's-
like an agent almost. Like,
Yeah.
hey, come on in here.
I mean, I think the surprising part is that they actually allow for that schools do, to kind of slide in
Yeah.
on those auditions and
Yeah.
figure out the rest of it on the flip side of it.
Yeah. Is that due, Drew, to your relationship that you have with these schools, that they're able to be like, oh, Drew's got somebody, they must be really willing and dedicated to this process, let's go ahead and see them? Or do you think that that's like a normal thing? Like, could Angela
it's
take
a normal
me
thing.
to my Unified?
Like
okay.
schools show up and they say, all right, these spots are taken already by the students who have scheduled auditions, but these spots remain unoccupied. So if you want to come audition, sign up. And so there are some schools that I do have close relationships with. And I can say, hey, I know you're full, but there's a kid that I really think is going to be a good fit for you.
Okay.
And they can help get them in.
Gotcha. Okay.
I really like Unifieds because the child benefits and the parents benefit by us getting them signed up for all these extra schools that they didn't even know about. Russ and myself, we benefit from it because we get to live out our NFL draft day dreams by pretending that we're sports agents talking to general managers.
That's awesome.
Nice.
I love that.
I got to tell you, as a male who works in musical theater and is also a sports fan, there's not a lot of crossover.
No,
No
I would
overlap.
bet not.
Except for the Unified experience.
Right.
That is your
That's right.
Jerry Maguire moment, right? Like,
That's it. Yeah, right.
we got a mission.
That's right.
Okay, so let's just talk about this because I know parents are going to ask this question. To me,
Yeah.
I feel like this entire process, everything you're giving is priceless, okay? But I'm sure that there's a price tag associated with this.
Yeah.
So what are we looking at as 3 parents that are going to probably be highly interested in utilizing your service?
Yeah.
What is that going to cost us?
As of right now, anyway.
if you
Yeah.
we charge hourly rates and we also do packages. So it
Okay.
really kind of depends on what you're looking for. And I know that sounds like a smoky answer, but
No,
I'm not going to hook somebody up with a package if they go, you know what? I've done everything. I need one monologue for one
Okay.
school because I forgot to do the Shakespeare. Then I'm
Okay.
going to be like, cool, let's do 3 hours of Shakespeare, get you on your way.
Okay.
But if you're going to be like, I have no idea how to help my child, but I really want to, then I'm going to say it's going to save you money by doing a package versus working hourly.
Okay.
So if you want to do hourly rates, it's $250 an hour for coaching. And then if you want to do the whole package, which again is finding schools, your audition requirements, which includes, and I didn't mention this before, what do you need for your pre-screens? What kinds of monologues and songs? What year do they have to be written from? How many bars can they be? What is the frame like? Is it full body? Is it 3/4? Is it close up? What are your personal video statements? When are they due by? When are the in-person auditions? Like already, as you're hearing this as moms, I'm sure that you're like, I would pay the full rate just for that, just to know when
totally.
everything
Yes,
is due.
yes. We want the VIP full package, like Drew on the back
I want to show up at
phone.
graduation. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, and then that also includes song selection, Shakespeare selection, monologue selection, about 20, 25 hours of coaching over the course of the summer, flying to you for your pre-screens or you coming to the closest city that we're going to be in, filming and editing, uploading to a Dropbox. And when you get it, my Dropbox link, you're going to open it and find that there's a folder for every school that you're applying to. And that folder is preloaded just with the cuts that you need for that school. So that even if you're not a tech savvy person, you can just open the folder and drag the files into the upload site.
Nice.
That's amazing. I think I need to.
We take you to Unifieds, we do mock auditions, and then we are your personal psychiatrist, coach, everything for the next 3 months. So that's $6,800 for the total of about 14 months or so.
That sounds very reasonable to me.
Yeah, listen, I grabbed our little strawberry margarita because I thought I was going to need to drink this right before you laid out that price.
The margarita / cleaner.
Yeah, it's not very good. I don't recommend it. But $6,800 is in the realm of college applications and Kat just telling us how much everything costs and what you have to
Yeah.
go through.
Right.
Now, obviously, that doesn't include all of the application fees for all of these 15 schools that
Right.
we're applying to. So there is going to be costs associated with that. But
There will be.
yes, but $6,800.
Well, I mean, for sure what you're getting and all of the
Yeah.
prep and making sure that it's organized and you have the videos and all of that. Like that's
I'm going to drink anyway, but it's not because of your price.
Just to celebrate.
We're celebrating that it's not $10,000.
Hey!
Well, the thing that keeps coming back to me is I don't know a lot about anything. And the whole selection of a monologue and selection of an
But-
audition cut, you know so much more about all those things and what is fitting for a voice or for the different schools. That to me is priceless because
Yeah.
I just don't. I know a few things. I know the more popular things, but
we're
I don't
not
know
even
that.
talking about like school stuff right now with our kids. We're talking about like how do we get them into this show that we
Mm-hmm.
is happening
Oh.
locally.
Yeah.
And we struggle sometimes with that. It's like how do we get the right clip? How do we, and so we get help with that now as it is
Mm-hmm.
because we can't do it. It's just not my background,
No.
Yeah, so
we are
that's
not
priceless.
And
show
do you want to
people.
talk about like up leveling your mindset? So you're helping your kids get into, let's say, Alice in Wonderland. Let's say that your kid wants to play Alice. Okay, so what can I pick that's going to show the casting director or the director or the drama teacher that I can play Alice? Well, I can pick a certain song. I can wear a certain outfit because I'm going for that role, right? And the question's going to be, is Jane right to play Alice? Yes or no? Pretty direct and pretty simple preparation. College is not, do I want Angela to play Cruella de Vil? The question is, do I want to hang out with Angela for 4 years? That's a much different set of parameters that you're in the audition room for. Now, of course,
that's very true.
I would love to hang out with Angela for 4 years, but she only has a couple minutes in there with me. And her mindset cannot be, I want them to like me, I want them to like me, because then I don't get to know Angela. So you have to do this dual reverse Jedi mind trick of absolute preparation. All your I's are dotted, all your T's are crossed, and then let go of expectations and be full of gratitude. Doing both of those things at one time is difficult. And so it takes a process to be super prepared and also be able to let go and let the universe take it.
Yeah, that's an interesting point, because just because you can get into a school does not mean it's the right school for you. Just like
That's right.
just because you get a job and you can work it doesn't mean you're happy in it. So it's such an important decision for the next 4 years of your life, like you're saying, to find one that is compatible with you and your needs.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Some kids get into their dream school, but it's only their dream school because it's got a big fancy name. And they don't do enough research, and they go, oh, actually, Ann Arbor's really cold. I don't want to go to the University of Michigan. Or like, I don't even like sports, and this school's obsessed with sports. I wish I was at a smaller college. And so part of our job is to open students' eyes to like, oh, there's a dream school for you that you don't know about, but let me show it to you. We had a kid at Unifieds a few years ago, and she was auditioning for all the big ones. And I was talking to the University of Utah, just chit-chatting, being like, oh, tell me about your school. I've never heard of you before. And then I gestured her over, and I was like, hey, you should go audition for the school. She's like, Utah? All right. And so she auditions, and she comes out of there, and her eyes are just the size of dinner plates. And she goes, this is my dream school.
Wow.
This is my dream school. And she's there now, and she loves it. Because she can do everything she wanted. It has everything that she was hoping to accomplish. The faculty absolutely jive with her. The cost is right. And she said, I never would have even known they existed if you hadn't introduced me to her.
I'm sure you have students that join your program that come into this not really knowing what their criteria are. Do you have a way that you kind of help them flesh that out so they know they're going where they belong?
Yeah, I actually do. So this is the closest thing I do to an audition is I do an intake. And I say, hey, tell me about you. Tell me about, what do you love about yourself? What do you have in your goals? What's important to you? How do you want to change the world? And then asking mom and dad, okay, what is our budget? How important really is it that they're close to you? And how important, like, what's my maximum mileage away from the house, really, if it's a school that they're in love with? How important is religion to you? Is inclusivity? Is double majoring? All that kind of stuff. You tell me that, and I'll bring you 40 schools that have all those things you're looking for.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, because we've got some time before we have to deal with it with the musical theater child. But the other one,
Right.
She's hyper focused on academia and she loves history and that kind of thing. And right now she's hyper focused on a school up in New York. And I don't even know where to begin to help her flesh out if that's really the thing for her or not. Because, up until now, it's all been about tuba.
Right.
And I could have helped with music because that was my background.
Right.
But, trying to flesh out with her, is this really the direction that you're really interested in, or are you just hyper-focused for a particular reason?
Right. Yeah. Sometimes you get attached to a name because you had one experience with one professor, or you had one friend who loves talking about it, and then you're like, that's it.
Yeah.
And it's your dream school because that thought got implanted deep in your brain at an earlier age. And then it's not until you really have a come to Jesus moment and you lay out exactly what it is that you want that your priorities begin to shift. And you say, oh, actually, yeah, that was a cool moment with that professor, but I really want a campus. Or I really want a place that has athletics, or a place that I can double major, and that place doesn't actually have it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
Have you ever had an instance where someone has come to you and after intake and all that, you think, okay, this might not be the right track for you? Has that ever happened? Like maybe musical theater is not the direction you should be heading?
I have known students who have come in and they're like, well, I'm really thinking about, like they'll have their whole life planned out. Like they'll have everything written down. Like, yeah, I want to do musical theater, and then I want to be on Broadway, and then I want to be an attorney. And I'll be
big
like,
swing.
all right, great, I love this. And some students are like, yeah, I really love both, and I'm gonna do both. And our team, one of our core values is like obsessively supported about your varied interests. So if we have a student who's like, I'm really into theater and neurobiology, then I'm going to be like, great, let's find you a school that does both really awesome. So you're not feeling like you're having to choose one over the other. But then there are some students who I think maybe they're coming to the end of their love with theater. And it's often students who go to performing arts high schools where they've done it for so long, they've kind of run it ragged, and they go, yeah, I guess I want to do theater. Yeah, and I can kind of already tell that they don't actually want to do it. It's a dream they're hanging on to, but it was the dream of 14-year-old them. And by 16, they're having other priorities. But I'm really big on not myself and not mom and dad. No one should tell a student, maybe you should think about something else, because all they're going to remember is that person didn't believe in me. Now we're telling them that for their own, parents say to their kids, if you don't succeed at this, what about a backup plan? Which is the worst thing you can say to a child, because all they're going to remember is my mom and dad didn't think I was good enough, or they didn't believe in me, they didn't think that I had the skills, and they wanted to steer me away from the thing that I love. That's not a great memory of your parents to have that lasts the rest of your life. But parents say those things because, of course, they want to protect their child. They want their child to be able to feed themselves and pay the rent. You can have your child achieve all those things through a different manner. And that's just by promoting the accumulation of additional money earning skills. So instead of saying, don't be an actor because you'll fail at it, you say, great, do what you love, but also pick up your certification in video editing, fight choreography, get your real estate broker's license, become an HTML coder. All those things can give you consistent income in the professional world while you're gigging. And if they decide to quit, if they go into the business and then they're like, oh, you know what? Going to auditions at 5 o'clock in the morning for a national tour that pays $200 just is not the job that I want, they're going to make that decision. And you're not going to say, I told you so. You're going to say, cool, you have shifted careers. How can I help you now? And they're going to remember that mom and dad supported them.
Wow, that's great advice.
Yeah.
Is your whole team like as encouraging and supportive as you? Because there's like a warm blanket.
Yes. Yes.
Like a weighted blanket.
I know. Like, oh, happy and snuggly.
My team is a small hand-selected group, and it's funny, about 2 weeks ago, we just had a meeting about our core values, and everyone was like, by the end of it, was like, yes, this is great.
I love it. Because our core value is just promoting theater, and we never want to speak negatively about it or anything like that. We just want just positive.
Positive,
so
uplifting.
I love your energy.
Yeah.
What are things you've noticed that kids have done before they even get to you that is helpful? I'm not saying that very clearly, but like lessons or acting classes or those kinds of things. Have you noticed that kids that coming in with that kind of experience are having more success in the application process?
College, yeah.
Like what things should parents be doing to kind of give their kids a leg up, I guess is what I'm asking.
I think one of the biggest things that you can do to help your kid is encourage them to go outside their comfort zone and do shows at places or with organizations that they haven't done before. Because one of the most debilitating things that happens to a student is they are like the big star in their community theater or their school, and then their parent internalizes that and sort of loses touch with reality, and they say, well, my kid is really, 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 really good. And sometimes that's true, and sometimes it's not true. sometimes the students haven't been challenged yet to know like what it's like out there. And that's when students get picky and they say, I'm only applying to these 7 or 8 schools because I'm really awesome. So I don't need to apply to 20 schools. You can be Patty LaPone, you're still only getting into about 30% of your schools. So if you limit yourself to 7 or 8 schools, you're gonna have a really, really tough time mentally through this process. So getting out of your comfort zone and being a small fish somewhere else too, to really learn what else is out there. I think that getting into some kind of class for your skills that you're weaker at early on are really, really, really helpful. Schools are only looking for 2 out of 3. So schools won't say we're looking for a triple threat because honest to goodness, they're not. They're looking for 2 out of 3. So if you rank your skills, let's say that Angela is like dancer, actor, singer. So if she's dancer, then actor, then singer, I would start getting into some acting classes so that she's a fierce dancer and she's a fierce actress and shore up those 2 out of 3. For me, I'm an actor, singer, drill a mile into the earth dancer. And so I'm not really going to brush up on my dancing skills.
We feel ya.
Because when I'm in a dance call, I'm not competing with you guys. You guys are going to, do laps around me. But I am going to shore up my singing skills so that I'm a really powerful 2 out of 3. Okay. I think those 2 things, getting out of your comfort zone and getting some training and technique in your second skill, is very helpful.
That's excellent advice. I love that about going out and doing different things. Because you get in your community theater and you're known and you get all the roles, but you're, like you said, the big fish thing. You got to spread out and have some competition, and because there are incredibly talented people everywhere.
And I think that's how they'll grow. I mean, that's how they'll get better.
Yeah. We're already kind of battling that now with the kids because they get so comfortable in the stuff that they're already doing. And it's like, oh, okay, well, this theater's doing this. Let's go audition over here. Well, I don't really know if I want to go over there. And you're like, yes, you do. Get in the car.
Absolutely.
At least give it a shot.
That's exactly right.
Exactly. And where we're located here in Lakeland, we are so fortunate, and we've talked about this several times on our show already, is that we do have several theaters in the area, not only community, but we have a couple regional as well. We got the Straz, we got the Tampa rep, we got Orlando rep, we got Dr. Phillips. So there's a lot here in the area, I think, for our kids to try to experience.
That's so good.
Yeah, we're not stuck in East Bumble, with no options. So
That's right. That's so fortunate that students can perform and get experience at several different theaters and several different groups. It's so important. And Straz, that's one of the theaters we stopped at for Rudolph.
I'm
Straz.
sure you did.
Yes.
What was your role in Rudolph? I forgot to ask.
Okay, so do you remember the 1968, the claymation?
Oh, we've
Yes.
seen it multiple times in preparation for our musical. Yes, we know that well.
Okay, great. So I was the mean boss elf.
Oh,
that's Gabby.
My daughter Gabby is the boss elf. Absolutely. And she
Nails it every time.
What? You want to be a dentist? Yeah. Oh, it's hysterical.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I love it.
Were you that all 3 times that you did it on tour?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Awesome.
Again, they cast me, actor first, a little bit of singing. How much dancing? None, sir. Great. Drew, come on in.
Yeah, there we go. Kind
I
of like
love
Gabs.
it.
No, I'm kidding. No, she's good. So I'm totally going to have to hook up with you, and maybe you can do a little Zoom thing with her and help her with some characterization, right? That would be great.
Be the perfect boss elf.
Yeah, how to be the boss elf. But yeah, it's awesome. Our kids, they all have pretty good, Lily Kate, she's Clarice. I mean, great. And Pinky's Jack in the
great.
Box, which is hysterical.
Charlie in the box.
Oh,
Charlie
'cause
in the
it's
box.
not Jack.
Yes, Charlie in
Sorry.
the box.
I
The
had
creepy.
that margarita.
Charlie in the box.
Yes. Yeah, we're doing puppets for those characters, so that'll be really cool. I'm excited because we get to see
that's
those
fun.
tomorrow.
Oh, yes, we do.
All right, we want to value your time. Is there any other fantastic, wonderful wisdom or advice you can pass on before we wrap it up?
Yeah, start early, y'all. Even if it's not working on
Okay.
the process, start investigating early. Start, just hook up a consultation session with me. Even if you're a sophomore, we can just talk about what you should be thinking about until you start working junior year. Start doing summer intensives. We're enrolling for ours right now in Orange County, California, in July. And it's a great way as a freshman, sophomore, junior to really suss out what you do want in school. Because you're going to meet with the head of a program and work with them on your monologues and songs for a day. And you might say, whoa, that lady or that guy really has the teaching style that I like a lot. I feel challenged. I feel supported. And maybe you'll meet the head of a program from your dream school and be like, oh, never mind. That dream school doesn't offer what I want. And you also create comrades in arms for both students and parents, and you have this really tight-knit group to go through the entire process with, and you're surrounded by cheerleaders. So start as early as you can.
Awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, thank you so very much for joining us. And
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
I'm
this
going
has
to
been
sign
fabulous.
up tomorrow. Let's start really early.
Yes.
We really appreciate you, and thank you for your energy and your positivity. We just love it.
Yeah,
Oh my
thank
gosh,
you.
thank you.
Well, we hope you have a great holiday season, and hopefully
Hey,
we'll be back in
thank
touch
you very
shortly.
much.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
thank you.